hoping that post Eternal Weekends and everything, we'll be able to like get enough traction and do some leagues and whatnot.
All right, players are getting ready to go. Miracles on the left, that would be Phil. Dimir on the right, that would be Mario. This should be good. All right, turn one Ponder for Force of Phil. Magic Dad, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We're just getting started. Salty has arrived in the chat.
Yes.
Turn one Nethergoyf. Underground Sea for Phil. Counterbalance. Interesting. That's a daze. Phil's going to force back, pitching Lorien Revealed. Wow. Quite a fight over counterbalance. Force of Will. Pitching Brazen Borrower. Counterbalance is defeated on the stack. So Nethergoyf has 1 power. Potentially 2 power after this fetch. Ramalito says, I could be wrong, but I haven't seen much blue-black Reanimator around lately. Are you talking about, like, online at your locals, or are you talking about on our streams? Here's Undercity Sewers. Mario is going to surveil now. Could try to grow this Nethergoyf. Yeah, Phil with no white mana yet. Very interesting. All right, dumps a Wasteland. That doesn't increase the Nethergoyf, but we get to attack for 2 and pass the turn. There's a brainstorm happening for Phil. Phil's Miracles decks, the archetype Miracles, I should say, lines up pretty well against tempo decks. Usually they have like the board wipes and the removal spells and the card advantage and stuff like that. The longer the game goes, generally speaking, the control decks gain the advantage. That was a predict for Phil. Merchant's Scroll was dumped into the graveyard. So generally speaking, Mario's going to need to close this game out quickly if it's going to be a victory. Orcish Bowmasters hits the board. Still a good card here in 2025. 2026, who knows?
Four damage.
Uh-oh.
Keep on me. Four Kaios with 2 more than that.
All right, Kaito, Bane of Nightmares, is going to ninjutsu itself onto the board. And Darth points out that the best way to beat Blue-White X decks is Kaito. Admittedly, can be swept away with an instant speed Terminus from Phil. Yeah, Kaito has proven itself. It's among the best Planeswalker cards in Legacy for sure, if not the top 3, if not number 1. Besides, if you're going to leave out Tameo. Card's good. All right, Phil's brainstorming now. Bowmaster triggers are going on the stack. Council's Judgment should be played again? All right, Phil's scooping it up. All right, now Phil will be on the play. Game 1. Mario did what I suggested and finished the game quickly. Force of Phil in the chat says, sorry I waste time. I always trick myself into thinking Bowmaster and Kaito are ever beatable. Okay, Force of Phil feeling very, very defeated. All hope is lost for Phil, it sounds like. Mr. Bip says, tough game for Phil. His 2 biggest problem cards, Kaito and Bowmaster. Yeah, yeah. All right, Lorien revealed gets island cycled. Basic island is found. Can't waste that. Don says, generally, I don't hate the Blue-White X matchup, says Blue-Black Tempo, but very draw-dependent, requires tight play. I think that, like, you know, some Jeskai control player would jump in here and say the same thing. Like, it's draw-dependent, it requires tight play, and I don't hate the tempo matchup. It's probably pretty close matchup, I would imagine. Generally speaking, the Jeskai control versus Dimir tempo, like the top 2 tempo and control decks in the format right now. Yeah, if that counterbalance resolved early in that game, we have kind of a different game. Mario needed to have the nuts, as they say, to win that one, and he had it. Had to also have the Bowmaster, had to also have the Force of Will for the counterbalance, right? Phil says draw dependent is really bad when Bowmaster is the pressure point. I think today we see, you know, card advantage cards like Thundertrap Trainer, for example, in the control decks that get around the Bowmaster ability, for example, where Phil's deck is just loaded up. We saw Lorien revealed, obviously Brainstorm Ponder. He's got Predict. Like we're just like playing right into Bowmaster. What do you even call it? Strengths of the Bowmaster? Bowmaster destroys that stuff. But that's why people play different decks, right? You have like different decks doing different things, taking advantage of different weaknesses in the meta, whatever. All right, here's Counterbalance again. It's hitting the stack. We were just talking about this a second ago, how important it was to get it off the board or prevent it from hitting the board. Force of Will, pitching Daze, and Counterbalance is countered again. Daze post sideboard on the draw for Mario. Worth writing down in the notes. The tendency to side out Dazes in these matchups historically was a thing. What do the Dimir tempo players feel now? Would you side out some number of Dazes against Force of Phil or Jeskai control? All right, here's Baroglyph.
Cards. 3.
Darth says, pretend how much I could leverage Wasteland. Yeah. Mr. Pip says, I tend to side them out on the draw. Darth says, against Phil, Daze stays in. Against Jeskai Wizards, Daze comes out. Okay. Write this down, everybody. Lord says, I'd go down to 2 since I saw the counterbalance. So Baroglyph was swords immediately. There's that Cemetery Illuminator again. We saw this on yesterday's stream. Really cool card.
You may look at the top of your library anytime. Once each turn, you can cast a spell from the top of the library. If you choose.
I guess Mario doesn't have every card memorized, right, chat?
So you can cast a spell on top of the library if it's a creature.
No, I can cast a spell if I've exiled something with this. I can then cast cards of that type off the top of my library.
Oh, of that type.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is much
And then
more.
it's and then
Yeah,
it
it's like,
gains
what do
over
you,
time.
what do you care about casting creatures?
Right.
Cemetery Illuminator is on the stack.
Force pitching Kaito.
Force pitching Kaito. Losing Kaito here is kind of huge. Pyroblast on the Force. It seems like Cemetery Illuminator is in. And Phil's going to take a look at the top card of the deck.
Exile a Force of Will. So, yeah.
Okay, so Force of Will is exiled. Phil can now cast instants off the top of the library, which is pretty cool.
Wasteland in the red.
Red, yeah.
Okay, Wasteland on the Volcanic Island. And Murktide. It's pretty good.
Land sorcerer instance. Let's get exiled. 5/5.
In my
All right, Phil brainstorming now. Darth in the chat saying, I kind of hate Murktide against Phil or Jeskai decks in general. They got like 10 answers for it. Yeah, Murktide not at its best in these Terminus, Supreme Verdicts, Swords to Plowshares decks. I agree with that. That's not where Murktide tends to shine. Murktide Regent now, like, even in the decks that it's in, they've started trimming some number of them at this point. Going back a couple of years ago, I joke about it a little bit on this channel, but people were having serious discussions about Murktide Regent needing to be banned in Legacy. It's so broken. The whole format is warped around Murktide. It's ruining everything. It's ruining lives. And now it's just like, yeah, I'll Swords that get that out of here.
bless you. Can you
There it is. Swords to Plowshares. Goodbye.
Again. You ready? We didn't.
I didn't have it yet. No, no.
Mike has arrived in the chat. Happy Wednesday, friends. We all excited for next weekend. All right, Mike is pumped. Mike is pumped.
Yes.
All right, here's a brainstorm from Mario. Remember when people wanted to ban Uro, by the way? I'm not going to let this go, by the way. We got to ban Uro. It's in every deck. What other cards are people freaking out about? We got to ban Rakshasa's Bargain, everybody. It's broken. Here's Tamio. Folks, if you're new around here, I spend like half the show just making fun of the whack jobs on social media that call for bans of cards.
I'm going to attack Exile.
That's like half the show. Kolu says, what's Uro? Yeah. Yeah.
So keep track. So creatures in instance. Take two. Yep.
All right, Tamiel will block Cemetery Illuminator. Force of Phil says, at the time, Uro was exceptionally boring and redundant and blanked all of non-Dark Ritual Black. Looks like we're going to game 3.
My interaction.
I think the key part of all what Phil is saying is that it's at the time. Like, people kind of while they're living in the moment, forget that legacy changes very quickly over time now, and can kind of plan for that before you start freaking out. Harry says, "Good day, legacy peeps." Harry arrived in the chat. Everybody say hello to Harry. A couple of years ago, like 2 months before Modern Horizons 2, I think, was coming out, people were like screaming about how like some card, maybe expressive iteration or something, needs to be banned. It's like, would you just relax? We're getting like a gigantic set in 2 months. That's my approach anyway. Audrey says, "Why do we have so many streams lately? I'm tired of so much good content." Audrey's fatigued, everybody. All right, here's a Thoughtseize hitting the stack. Planes, Prismatic Ending, Get Lost, Force of Will, Ponder, Disruptor Flute, and Lorien Revealed. You didn't think I was going to know all of those, but you didn't think so. Darth says, "Take Lorien Revealed." I agree. All right, Harry likes to scream and complain constantly. Pinoy says they should unban EI. EI being banned is my opinion. This is my opinion, everybody. Everybody relax. Embarrassing. Like, legacy players thinking like, we're the most hardest of hardcore Magic gamers. You're not. Expressive iteration is banned. I'm sorry. It's embarrassing. It's too much card advantage. Just shameful. All right, Lorien Revealed is in the trash on Force of Phil's side. Oh, don't get me started about Dreadhorde Arcanist. I was heartbroken with that ban. Heartbroken. Here's Nethergoyf. I'm gonna do it twice here, and then I'm gonna make
Good.
Well, Prismatic Ending still does the job. MH3 is gone. Audrey says, "I would have agreed with you before Deadpool was released. That sealed the deal for EI never coming back." Yeah, Audrey's got it all figured out, it seems. C-Pre says, "I really like playing with the frog. For the couple of months it wasn't banned." You know, what can we say? The frog might have had just a little bit too much synergy and legacy, but there's also the argument that high-powered cards are what we want. In the end, I was for the frog ban, for the record. But I was still skeptical of the whole thing. Harry says, "Can we talk about the elephant in the room, please? Is Mario's deck on one side and Graveyard on the other?" Yeah, we gotta get Mario one of those like newbie playmat things that show you where everything goes. Force pitching Ponder on the Bowmaster. Forcing back, pitching Ponder. Mario's had Force of Wills when he needed it. That's been a key part of this game. Key part of this match. Force of Phil says, "I never thought Frog was too good." I think, for me, like, okay. I'll expand on what I was saying a moment ago just because people are still talking about the Frog. I agree with Phil. I didn't think it was too good either. But I thought community sentiment over the card was just so bad and people were so frustrated that it like went over the line. Like if it was almost too good, just being like unpopular enough put it over the line for me. Does that make sense?
Swing before damage.
All right, here's a second Bowmaster for Phil. Brainstorm. Sorry, pitch to force. Mario's fetching here. Yeah, the frog was really good in the Reanimator decks, just being able to discard stuff, protect their stuff in the graveyard from surgicals and whatever they were doing. There was a lot going on there. Was Frog banned at the same time as Vexing Bauble? Was that the same ban? I can't remember.
Force resolves.
Because I remember feeling like agreement with that ban. Announcement or whatever. All right, Phil has found Alorian revealed. Phil will finally get access to blue mana, it seems. Oh, it was Bauble in Grief? I mean, it barely matters, but I agree. I agreed with Vexing Bauble, Psychic Frog, and Grief being banned. I think they needed to go at the time they went. Let's just say that.
The creature, instant land, sorcery, creature, instant land, sorcery, 4.
White Cocoa, thank you for the resub with Prime. 8 months. Appreciate it. It was Bauble and Frog. Grief was before.
Good.
All right, Phil's still facing a Bowmaster on the other side. Mario's got all the Underground Seas in play. Achievement unlocked for Mario. Ooh, what is that?
With a Celestial Purge?
Exile target red or black permanent.
So the target is Bowmaster.
Stupid.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta do it before combat.
That was Celestial Purge. I forgot there was this full art version or whatever.
Gotta do it before combat.
Textless? Whatever. Yeah, Shardless Agent, it had its chance to shine kind of recently in Modern, didn't it? Wasn't it hot in Modern for a bit?
But if he's just going to combat, I should say before attacks. Just not open myself up to get a clear out.
Not really clear what's happening, but we're in the middle of our brainstorm.
Is destroy?
Exile.
Exile.
All right, Bowmaster gets exiled by Celestial Purge. It's gone.
Yep.
Paragraph is on the board. So Phil's been cleaning up this board. Now there's a Baraglyph. Should be able to deal with that, I think. So Tail says, how many Spider-Man cards did I miss? So far, we've seen one Spider-Man card on 90s MTG. Get Lost.
It's destroyed. You'll get 2 clues. I'm sorry, not 2 clues. 2 map tokens.
Map tokens. Remind me what they do.
Maps are.
Oh boy.
Sorcery. It's 1 tap sack. Target creature explores.
Which is like either it gets a +1/+1 or I put a land in play.
It's reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a land, you put it into your hand.
In my hand.
If it's a non-land, it gets a +1/+1 counter, and then you get to choose to leave it on top or put it in your graveyard.
I guess Mario didn't draft Ixalan, right?
+1 to activate. Only as a sorcery.
By the way, I really like the explore mechanic. I feel like they should explore it more. I'm not even kidding. And I really like the map tokens. They feel really cool.
Time to activate one.
Yep. It's revealed.
Is revealed.
Yeah.
The landers are pretty sweet too, actually. I agree.
That in my head.
No, you can either keep it on top of your library or you can put it in the graveyard.
Twitch chat doesn't know what's going on. The blue sleeve on Mario's side is a map.
Yeah.
So you're leaving this here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the violation here goes to Phil. Phil didn't bring map tokens.
You leave one of them just here stuff? You're leaving it here. So
I'm leaving it there.
Yeah.
Okay, the explorers happen. Fatal Push has stayed on top of the deck. 3/3 Orc Army crashes in. Yeah, Harry pointing out it's Phil's responsibility. I agree. All right, here's a predict. Phil's targeting himself. Dumps a Null Rod into the yard. Is that Null Rod? What's Null Rod doing in there? To stop the maps? That was Null Rod, right? Okay, Brazen Borrower get flashed in. Phil's at 4. Getting dangerous. Wasteland on the Volk. Yeah, it does shut off Nile's Spellbomb, but do we care? More 2s for counterbalance? All right, that is the match. Couldn't eliminate the final threat, Brazen Borrower.
I mean, that game was
And that is the game. GG's. That is the match. Mario gets it. Yeah, I'm not sure how Null Rod makes the cut there. I can't imagine unless Phil's running my attack that I came up with at one point. People are gonna laugh at me. I was trying to run Null Rod and over encumbered.
Good luck.
We have similar sleeves.
Same to you. Alright, let me see a Mox Diamond turn 1.
All right, Mario stays put. Paul joins us for the next round on Ninjas. Oh, the -3 abrupt decay something? Okay. You know what else has been pretty good against Tamio? Grist. I've been whacking Tamios, everybody.
I'm fucked. I'm cooked. Oh,
Thought sees. Paul's not happy about it.
the worst. You got to risk it.
Okay. Retrofitter Foundry, Murderous Cut, Sink It to Stupor, Orcish Bowmaster, Beltful Strix, Ponder, Soulguy Lantern, and this could be devastating.
I thought lands. I
Lands.
thought for sure we were getting
They
lands.
didn't have wastelands, right?
Don't give the answer, Paul.
Are you gonna play up?
I'll play up, yeah. It's fine. No, I'll play up. It's fine.
Yeah, Felia's another one that slaps Tamio around. We were talking about during the break before this match started, like ways to beat Tamio, and there are many.
What? They hurt? Good. I want
All right, so Sink It to Stupor was taken. Paul now with no lands in hand. This match is not starting well at all for Paul.
Top.
Ooh.
keep this.
Ornithopter. Oh, that was an Ornithopter in hand. I think I said Soulguy Lantern, but it was an Ornithopter. My bad. We've got a game. We've got a game. Everybody come back.
I think.
People change the channel. All right, looks for a basic island with prismatic vista. We are saved. Is it time to ponder or time to play Retrofitter Foundry and go for the combo? Going for ponder. I think I like that better. So Ornithopter on the board. Paul left the cards on top with Ponder, which could mean we have more land drops coming. Yeah, I agree with Darth in the chat. Finding a swamp seems like a priority for Paul here. Where there's a swamp. Where maybe in other matchups, the Retrofitter or other situations, the Retrofitter Foundry or Ornithopter make a 4/4 combo seems more interesting. Retrofitter Foundry a few years ago saw a lot of play in Legacy. Now not as much. All right, there's Tamio. We were just talking about this card. It's too good, everybody. Well, here's the dangerous game. Do we flash in a Bowmaster now? Or is Mario just going to brainstorm in response? All right, finding lands. It's pretty good. Almost enough in the yard for Murderous Cut. Okay, going for Retrofitter Foundry. That card is pretty good.
Wait, where's negation? This is on your turn now.
If it's not your turn, it's
Oh,
not
it's
my
not.
turn.
Oh, you're, oh, okay.
It's not
All right, Tamio getting blocked here. We won't be able to ninjutsu anything. Mario gets a clue.
Yeah, you
Paul maybe thinking about using the Retrofitter.
End step.
got it.
Attempt to make a 4/4.
All right, gonna make a 4/4.
I think I looked down the brain.
Yeah, you did look at
It was either
Brainstorm.
that's Cameo.
There is the correct token, everybody.
Sure. Untap.
Round of applause.
Storm?
Combat. Swing for 4.
That was tough though, because if you had just that island or turn.
So this 4/4 construct is going to hit pretty hard. It's different than the constructs made by Urza's Saga. It's just 4/4. That is it. Here's Baleful Strix, card that I love very much. A big part of my first couple of years playing Legacy was casting and playing against Baleful Strix. Big fan of this card.
When I go and practice, that's another.
All right, here's a Tamio. Swinging again. Baleful Strix is going to try to block. And it seems like Mario is going to try and flip it. Maybe Murderous Cut. Maybe okay. Bowmaster it is. Now let's keep in mind the timing here. This is Mario's turn. Active player, non-active player. All right, so, okay. Days on the Bowmaster. I'll hold off on explaining all that.
If I don't have counter,
They're playing too fast.
like all my stuff's just gonna end up.
Well, the thoughts is
The Thoughtseers is what helps you. Yeah, well, I mean, those are the Thoughtseers plus the counters.
Yeah, I should. Whatever.
Okay, Bowmaster is countered. And it seems like Brainstorm will resolve and Tamio's about to flip. Paul does have a 4-4. The Murderous Cut. What do you think, folks? Would you have gone for Murderous Cut or Bowmaster in that situation? The Brainstorm on the stack to flip Tamio. Having to tap out against the Daze deck. We don't know the two other cards in Paul's hand, but I'm leaning towards the cut. Maybe if another card in Paul's hand is like, let's just say Shieldred's Edict or something, that kind of you can adjust your decision making a little bit. Well, Tamio has flipped. It's got 4 loyalty. The Tamio battle begins.
Had 3 last turn, so I don't believe so. I think you still have a land.
Mario still has 2 clues. Does have to deal with this construct, though. It hits pretty hard. All right, another Tamio. Mr. Bips complaining in the chat that Ninja deck doesn't play Shuko, and Shuko is a played legacy card, and Shuko's kind of matches the Ninja theme. You know, here's the thing. This game is circling the drain. It's all over. They're not printing the trading cards the way we want. They don't test the way we want. The cards aren't made for 1v1 anymore. They don't care about me personally. And I'm selling my collection.
Target Tamio.
All right, Murderous Cut on Tamio. Tamio down. Attacking Tamio. Baleful Strix will basically have 0 power. Mario's going to fetch.
You're good on the cut.
Yeah, hopefully Captain Picard can pilot this Enterprise, yeah. There it is, Bowmaster, everybody. It's so good. Alpha Strix down. And probably gonna chump.
Chunk block, yeah.
I have no idea.
So Tamio protected for now.
That's fine.
Paul has 3 cards in hand. I know from playing against this deck Paul is playing right now, he has plenty of removal and ways to clear threats. I'm not super worried about Paul's position right now. But Tamio will continue to tick up. And Mario's going to be trying to protect it.
Plus the Tamio, 6. Wait for what?
Make it 1/1. Chunk block. Make a server.
That was... I don't feel like that was a good attack. Mario probably knows it. Servo made, blocks, Bowmaster. Now Murktide hits the stack. Murktide's pretty good, though.
Tamio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 3 counters.
Sure, that's fine.
All right, 6/6 Murktide. Paul has the 4/4 construct made by the Retrofitter. Paul tapping a bunch of mana. Trying to bounce Murktide.
Force pitching Kaido.
Nice to get Kaido out of there. But would prefer to kill Tamio right now. Murktide lives. Richard and Pizza says, I just want to have my Weatherlight crewed by SpongeBob, Deadpool, and Sonic. Yeah. Yeah.
6.
What about the lore, right, everybody? By the way, oh man, what were we talking about? Hold on. What character was it? Anyway, I was at the LGS yesterday, and basically the conversation boils down to like the group of Legacy players I was talking to know nothing about the Magic the Gathering lore. You just like the basicest stuff. They have no idea. Like what plane is Chandra from? No idea. And then, yeah, it's just I don't know.
Sammy takes 3.
All right, leaving Tamio open to attacks. It gets attacked. Drops to 5 loyalty. Shocking and Watery Grave. Okay. Some people in the chat surprised Magic has lore. There's Kaito. Cracking clue in response. This Kaito could stun the Murktide. Potentially.
Force pitching Brainstorm.
Oh my goodness. Force pitching Brainstorm on Kaito. It's defeated.
Yeah. Pass.
I think the point of what I was saying is that, like, you know, some people have put the Magic lore at such a high priority. They're like, don't touch this precious lore. Everything needs to be protected. We can't have other IPs, and they know nothing about it. It's just kind of fun.
There's 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
6.
No response.
Who's Loot? They have no clue. No idea who that is. I guarantee you have no idea who Loot is.
I'll respond.
Combat. Swing at Tamia.
Sammy takes 3.
Yeah. 4. Hardcast Kaito.
All right, another Kaito. Making progress. Tamio at 4 loyalty. Murktide continuing to swing away and doing a lot of damage to Paul's life total.
Maybe. That's fine. Okay.
Bizarra Baghdad. Yeah, the universe is beyond hating stuff is really just out of hand at this point. Like, it's crossed a line for me where these people just sound unhinged, in my opinion. That's my opinion. All right, so Murktide is stunned, has 1 stun counter left. Kaito has 2 loyalty. Tamio has 4 loyalty. The construct is taking chunks out of Tamio's loyalty. It's not looking too bad for ninjas right now.
Plus 6.
Yeah.
I'm trying for another Murktide, it seems. Ooh. These.
This still gets counters, though, right? this still gets counters from the Murktide.
Oh, right. Thanks for, that was my trigger. Yes, two counters.
So weekly, I don't.
All right, Paul helping out here. The Murktide still does trigger even though he's stunned. Very true. That 4/4 construct's doing some damage. One stun counter left on Murktide. It'll be tapped down through another turn. Shieldred's Edict. Go for the Planeswalker.
Non-token creature.
All right. I guess we could just attack Tamio here. Mario's tapped out. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
4 to 3, 3, so 6.
Yeah, make a ninja emblem, attack Tamio. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Go. End step, I'll make a dude.
All right, end step making a servo with the Retrofitter Foundry.
Yeah. And you can't.
2 in hand.
Correct.
11, so 4, 8.
Someone coughed. They were removed from the venue. Yeah, this deck has basics and a watery grave. Usually it would have probably an underground sea in that slot.
Move to combo. Swing for 9.
Attacking for 9, it looks like. Mario's at 11. All right, Fatal Push finally shows up and trying to get this 4/4 construct off the table.
Hardcast.
Hard casting force, protecting the construct. Looks like Mario's going to drop to 2. Gonna 0 Kaito now. Pretty good turn for Paul. Yeah, the Ninjas decks seem to be, tend to be basic heavy. Just avoid any of their game plan getting disrupted by opposing wastelands, and their mana is pretty safe against Blood Moons, etc. They don't really need the duels. They just run 1 or 2 to balance things out a little bit. Force pitching force on a brainstorm. Okay. All right. Paul seals the deal. Takes game 1.
When I was flooding hard. Just land. Yeah, I should have waited and think a little bit more about that mark.
That land off.
Yeah,
probably. That could have been.
I don't know. Because then, like, you days back.
Played against Paul a bunch at recent events. Paul on this Ninjas deck, and Paul plays this deck pretty well. It's been nice having a Ninja player regularly at the locals, something different to play against. The deck, it's blue and black. It has Ponder and Brainstorm and Force of Will and Fatal Push and whatever. It has like similar cards as Dimir Tempo, but it plays pretty differently. It has like a completely different feel when you're playing against it.
I'm at 6.
Card advantage.
It's more mid-rangey and yeah, Ornithopter kill on sight. Yeah, you kind of have to know what you're doing against ninjas, or you could get destroyed. 1 card on the bottom for Paul. Looks like Mario's on the play with 7. Flood to Strand getting cracked here. Mr. Rip says I really enjoyed playing the Ninja deck the few times I have sleeved it up. Yeah, if I had the cards for it, I'd probably play it here and there. I just haven't bothered picking them up. Dart says I had fun playing it when I did. I crushed Oops with it. Yeah, against like combo too, you have like Force of Will, Daze, the discard spells, Thought Seize, stuff like that. Bowmaster can be effective in a lot of situations. The deck is really cool, actually.
Force what though? On the Timio. Or you just let it go to your probably let it. I don't know. I don't want you. Well, no. Anything that you play Reanimator on, I'm gonna exile or Force of Will. So.
All right, there's Ornithopter.
I wanted to use my Reanimate on your thing. I wanted your guy gone. That was fine.
Like, if you're at a low life total, like, no blocks against ninjas is pretty scary.
Okay.
All right, there's another Goyf.
So
Look at this hand.
that's fine.
Oh, I had one land. Good thing I didn't keep it, because I would not be able to make it.
And so, surveil.
All right, gonna fetch and surveil. We've had some discussion on stream recently about Eternal Weekend tournaments coming up to close out 2025. What decks would you expect to see at the top of the standings at Eternal Weekend tournaments? Would you expect to see Dimir Tempo? Would you expect to see ninjas? I'm sure a lot of you would say Reanimator, maybe Mystic Forge, Jeskai Control. Any ideas for decks that maybe people wouldn't expect to finish at the top of the standings? Cloudpost could be there. Nadu. Breakfast.
Actually, it's fine. I'm gonna fetch. Basic Island into Bowmaster.
That's Baleful Strix.
Baleful Strix, yeah. It's been a while.
All right, Baleful Strix just hit the stack. It's a pretty good blocker. Darth predicting lands, Forge, and decks that beat those. I feel like people gunning for Reanimator.
That stuff.
Some people whose, I don't know, thoughts I really trust have let me know that Reanimator seems to be on the decline. Win rate going down, metagame share going down. One person said its win rate is plummeting. I think people are gunning for it and being quite successful. From what I hear. Mystic Forge and decks like that with Tezzeret, Urza's Saga decks seem to be on the rise right now.
Yep.
Richard and Pizza says, is Reanimator a deck for specialists only? Yeah, it might be. It might be. Yeah. So Nethergarth has 3 power, but Baleful Strix doesn't care. All right, Bowmasters isn't too bad. That'll be able to deal with Baleful Strix. Open up some attacks.
No blocks.
Reanimating.
Alright, let's see it.
Bowmaster. Oh boy, folks. I hope we don't go back to Middle Earth, right? We're sick of it.
Yeah.
Every freaking game now, we have to play with Lord of the Rings cards.
Should we push the Bowmaster?
All right, Fatal Push. So Nethergarth now at 4 power. No Baleful Strix on the other side. Free to attack. It's going to take big chunks out of the life total. All right, attack him with the team. Trying to protect himself against Kaito here, it seems. Blocking both. The Orc Army, of course, has one Swamp Zone counter on it. Paul's Orc Army dies. No Kaito shows up. Well, Spell Bomb, it's fine. Paul's deck doesn't really use the graveyard that much. Just gonna cycle that away. I see Darth in the chat talking about Reanimator being, I guess, from what I gather, an easy deck to play. There are quite a few decks in Legacy that I think have that reputation, like Mono Red, Stompy, and stuff. I don't know if I agree with those assessments, honestly.
Right. Moving to combat.
Moving to combat.
Yeah, I'm blocking. Yeah. Second man.
Just when gains by casting Entombment to reanimate. But that's not always correct. Yeah. I mean, maybe, you know, like, obviously, there are decks that, like, let's say your friend wants to play Legacy. You're going to hand them deck to play their first games. You're not going to hand them, like, Doomsday, right? Like, that wouldn't make a lot of sense. Maybe a deck like Reanimator or a Mono Red Stompy is an easier starting point.
You want to block that? Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
No, it's okay.
I'll give back this.
Okay, I think we're changing some blocks here.
I'll do it after the damage then.
Do it anyway, because I know you have a Kaito now, so it's fine. You can do it.
This is the natural play you would have done, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So I'll take damage.
Yeah. 10.
You take 10. I'll take one back.
Yeah.
And I'll stun.
Ornithopter just got stunned after Kaito jumps into take over this board after damage.
You got it. You got it.
All right, seems like we're moving on to game 3. Yeah, Cutter, Tempo, Delver, those decks seem to be good for new players to pick up and jump into Legacy. Storm, Doomsday, not great options for that.
Sure. Fuck it.
Sure.
All right, Paul's on the play. Undercity Sewers, Surveil. All right, 2 Ornithopters, dumped a Bowmaster. Ornithopter, I love seeing it in 2025 games. Power creep. Going right after Tamiyo with Fatal Push, and it succeeds. Pass the turn. All right, Mario drops a Flooded Strand, covering the lands up a little bit here. And a Potter. Fatal Push took out Tamiyo right away. If you're a Tamiyo warrior, that's what you want to see. Go right after those Tamios, folks.
Lead on top.
Yeah, it's true that Paul might need a land. A wasteland could be pretty devastating here. Found it. Retrofitter Foundry, that's pretty good. Retrofitter Foundry, Ornithopter is a bit of a combo.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Okay.
Then if
Oh, in that case, then, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Bring back up to 6.
Wait, no blocks. It'll be at,
It's at, yeah,
it'll be at 6. I mean, it's one.
It's okay.
Are you still attacking me? Or
Yeah, I'm still attacking champion. Is that the only fetch? No.
Retrofitter Foundry potentially starts pumping out some 4/4s. That could be a problem for Mario's life total. Both players with purple sleeves, which is interesting.
No more damage, right? And wait, dead.
All right, Nether Glyph isn't too bad. Looks like it has 3 power right now.
So they're 3, right?
Another Nether Glyph. Things are getting interesting here in Game 3. Pay attention, everybody. All right, sacking an Ornithopter, making a 4/4 construct.
Untap.
Paul's finding land. Swinging in. That Ornithopter potentially threatening to produce a ninja.
From the Reanimator?
Which ninja will it be? We're on the edges of our seats.
No, you're at 17.
All right, fetching here is Mario.
It was at 3 now.
No, it's not 1.
Well,
It goes in 1.
draw?
I thought you did that already.
I haven't drawn yet.
You have 5 cards?
Yeah, I had 4 left. So I draw to 5.
How do you get 4 now?
I haven't played any.
Wait, land and all this other shit.
I've had multiple clues and more land drops. Obviously, more cards.
Okay, fatal push on the 4/4 construct. That's not too bad. Oh, okay. Push on the Ornithopter, actually.
All right.
That means Paul could sack it to make a 4/4, though. But at least we're stopping Kaito for now, I guess.
One is untapped.
I guess the Nether Glyphs grow, though.
So then now you're
So these are 4/5s.
4 or 5 Nether Glyphs, 2 of them blocking this 4/4 construct. It's not great for Paul. The other token is another 4/4 construct, by the way. The copy token. It's just another 4/4 construct.
I don't even think I give a shit about that.
Alright, construct gone. Died in combat, unfortunately. That fatal push was huge. Maybe Paul was not supposed to attack with that second construct. Fetching now and casting Eureka.
Cast Eureka.
I could have brought it back. That was bad.
You guys a trigger on. No.
Only combat damage. If that resolves, I guess.
Alright, Eureka's on the board. It's going to have to fight through some Nether Glyphs, it seems.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 21. We have not played a land.
How many are there? No blocks.
Playing for land. I literally did crack 2 of these in 1 turn.
Big attack with another Goifs.
Sorry, you're
Yeah, yeah. No, no, yeah.
There we go.
Barrogoyf, that's what it was.
Following up with a Barrogoyf. Lurgoyfs are all over Legacy tables these days. Legacy players wanted Lurgoyfs. MH3 delivered.
So it's just artifact. So it's 5. Like, I have 1 more than you. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I just do stupid shit like this.
Oh, Paul might be in trouble. Life total getting kind of low now. Richard Pizza says we asked for blue Tarmogoyfs. Yeah.
I need to think.
I haven't played a land yet. I should play a land.
Or move to combat.
That was kind of dumb, actually.
All right, swinging in. Barrogoyf is going to block your eco. Kaito is going to get ninjutsu'd.
You gain 5, but you take 3. So take 2. Trigger from the Yuriko. So you take 3 more.
I think that was another Yuriko found.
Dies. Now -2.
And now it looks like Barrogoyf has been stunned past the turn. I think the advantage bar is sliding over to the right.
How do you make the guy?
I need 2 mana.
Yeah, Retrofitter Foundry can't do much at the moment. Netherglyphs are attacking, it seems. Kaito down. Paul's life total ticking down. Ooh, another Barrogoyf.
That ponder was Barrogoyf. That's why they didn't fetch.
I'm assuming you pass.
Practice.
Fetch another Goyf.
Play Reanimator.
You're gonna fetch for another Goyf.
I would fetch.
Yeah.
I gain 3. We'll see. I lose 8, so I go to 10. You lose 3.
Okay, another Underground Sea.
To a ponder.
Sounds like a ponder is about to happen. Have to be coming up on time here. This match has been going on for a while. But it's looking pretty good for Mario. I like Mario's chances here. I don't like Paul's much at all. Okay, Bloodstained
I unironically do have an out.
Did I play a land already? Yeah, because this doesn't.
Alright, there was already a land drop. Paul's going to drop a land, though. And seems like that's the match. Alright, Mario gets it. Ninja's defeated. GG's.
I will.
Mystic Forge on the left, Matthew. Lands on the right, Greg getting ready to go. Planner Nexus. Both players kept 7. Needle.
Wasteland? Sure.
Sure.
Best.
All right, Wasteland's already shut off. Planar Nexus protected. What does Greg have here?
Forest. Yep. Exploration. Yep. Ghost Quarter.
Ghost Quarter. Oh man.
Go.
Do I have to?
SW says I spent all my channel points to see my match from Friday and lost. You know, the polls on this channel. So, for anybody new around here and the people watching later on YouTube, why are we watching this? The Twitch chat votes round after round which matches we will watch, and the polls are rigged.
Sure. Best.
Urza's Workshop, Grim Monolith.
Go.
Dark Depths already on the board. That Ghost Quarter on Planar Nexus to start this game was pretty funny. Mystic Forge.
Yeah. Result.
Best.
Crop rotation on Instep. The other land is Caracas on Matthew's side, by the way. Greg finds Yavamaya.
Tap for green. Drop run.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Was
Yeah, turbo out.
Well, game one goes to Greg. Quick Marit Lage, and the game was over. Matthew's on the play.
back. I guess it's.
The best format, everybody.
Yeah, I guess it's this. I'll play Urza's Tower.
All right, one card on the bottom for Matthew. Mold a 6. Urza's Tower. Pithing Needle. Similar start. Does Greg have the Ghost Quarter? Mox Diamond. Discarding Ancient Tomb. Windswept Heath. Pass the turn.
Sure. Go.
Fetch.
All right, Urza's Workshop into Grim Monolith again. Matthew with a similar plan here in this game. Greg's going to fetch. Those early Marit Lages are probably the way to win these games against Mystic Forge for lands. At least that's my feeling. Beseiju on Grim Monolith. Monka has arrived in the chat. Say hello to Monka in the chat, everybody.
Mumble.
Yep.
Nice. I'll take that.
All right, found Life and Alone, found Exploration, Yavamaya in the trash. Loam will be pretty good. No sign of Wasteland yet, or Ghost Quarter. There is a needle on the other side, keep in mind. But with the Beseijus and the Loams, we could deal with that. At least, potentially.
More artifacts. Okay, so right now you don't have anywhere near.
Yeah, no Metalcraft right now for Matthew, so Workshop can only tap for one.
Go.
Mana.
Manifold Key. Maybe Greg thinking about Force of Vigor here? Is this a position you want to force a vigor? Blow up needle, blow up manifold key. Potentially, if Greg has wasteland, could be amazing. There are no wastelands in the yard. Loam is in the yard. Could dredge and find a wasteland, of course. We don't know if Greg has a wasteland in hand. Could also just be thinking about an end-step crop rotation or something like that. Okay, crop rotation. The Yavamaya away. Matthews lands no longer make green.
I don't know, maybe this is...
You got it.
Okay.
I just...
Ghost Quarter gets the scoop.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes we have a quick match. The best format, GG's. A beating from lands. Ghost Quarter, everybody.
I'll play Legacy, Vintage, do it all, huh? Yeah, it's my birthday is that Thursday.
Nice.
So it's like, okay, this is my fun trip. Okay, congrats. Is that on your birthday? Happy birthday. Yeah. Are you playing Vintage?
All right, someone's having a birthday. Steven on the left with Bant Zenith, and making their 90s MTG debut, I believe, on the right is Arjun on Reanimator. Getting ready to go.
A few others. I know all this. Yeah. I just moved to the city like about
The discussion earlier on today's stream about top decks in these format. These decks are both up there, in my opinion. Decks with Nadu, decks with Reanimate and Tomb. This should be interesting.
I'll keep. Yeah, sure, I'll keep.
All right, Arjun is on the play. Both players kept 7. Thoughtseize. The hand gets revealed. 2 Birds of Paradise, Noble Hierarch, Allosaurus Shepherd, Scythecat Cub, Gaia's Cradle, Wooded Foothills. All right. We got a game.
Hierarch. Birds. Cub. Shepherd. Cradle. And
Scythecat Cub, another card that's been out for about a year now. Took players 2 years to find it. The Cub is hot right now. Took a long while to catch on, but now you see it quite a bit. Shepherd is taken, goes to the trash. Allosaurus Shepherd, still a nasty card, even in 2025. It's another card that makes the list of cards that a couple of years ago people were calling to be banned. And at this point, just looks embarrassing to say so. But our Allosaurus Shepherd's still a powerful card. Turn 1 Noble Hierarch for Steven. Pretty good.
Usually
Ramp.
you need practice for Eternal Weekends. So.
yeah, I already wrote them down. You can pick them up.
All right.
Brainstorm?
Yeah.
All right, a brainstorm for Arjun here. Aware what he's up against after the Thoughtseize on the previous turn. Nothing in hand to interact with Reanimator stuff at the moment. These Bant Zenith decks tend to have answers in the deck for Entomb Reanimate stuff. The Raccoons and the Endurances, and you get the idea.
Just brainstorm and miss a land drop?
Yeah, I did not play a land this turn.
Steven noticing no land drop. What does it all mean?
So I'll make a cub.
There's the Cub. Force of Will. Gotta respect the Cub.
I'll go to 7.
Tamio pitched to Force. Cub is countered.
Fetch. Take a bird off the drop.
Okay.
Pass to you.
Ponder.
Now a Ponder for Arjun.
I'll shuffle.
Ponder Shuffle. Looking for land. Guy's Cradle coming down next turn. Steven's going to have access to a lot of mana. Arjun is aware.
Draw for plunder? Yeah. Your turn.
No land. Well, Steven's going to try and take advantage of this opportunity. Opponent's low on mana. That is Frenzied Baloth.
Let's check it out. It's pretty cool. Okay. I will go to 13.
Card from Edge of Eternities that people were talking about quite a bit in Zenith decks. Steven's trying it. Will it catch fire and be in all the Zenith decks in a couple of months? I guess we'll see. Personally, I was a bit skeptical of this card, but we'll see.
Thoughtseize, targeting you.
Thoughtseize takes the Birds of Paradise. The hand was known. Not sure we needed to take Birds of Paradise out of hand. Frenzied Baloth will attack again for 4. Oof, Sylvan Safekeeper's a nasty one. Play the Cradle. I'm pretty sure the Exalted Trigger was remembered. But the game one goes to Steven.
I have Jaded Tome, so people thought I was playing the deck.
Okay, yeah.
Not really, you know. But last year I played like a rogue aggro.
Yeah.
Oh, did they get the life totals wrong? All right, fair enough. Moving on to game 2, Arjun will be on the play. Now both players know what they're up against.
Your turn. Drop into bird.
Okay, Birds of Paradise. Still see some play in 2025. Power creep.
I'll play Brainstorm in your end step.
Go away.
More power creep. Here's Brainstorm. You know, folks, Legacy's just unrecognizable. Got to play with Brainstorms and Birds of Paradise. Really is a shame.
Play Entomb.
Entomb. Oh boy.
That's what I was thinking. Let's find out.
Did they test Entomb? Does anybody know? There's probably an article I can read about it, right? Sephiroth goes into the graveyard. That's Atraxa. Folks, you have to have every single version of every single Magic card memorized if you're going to compete at the highest level.
Draw.
Otherwise, stay home, play EDH with your friends.
19.
You just don't have what it takes. Pluto Delta gets cracked. I'm a gatekeeper. Sorry.
Almost fetched a spell too, which would be pretty powerful fetch, right?
You don't have all the cards memorized. Get out.
Yeah, I'm not very good at the paper stuff,
Get out.
so I'm just doing my best. Fatal. Targeting this.
Gem says it's just that every creature sucked. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's your turn.
All right, Fatal Push on Birds of Paradise.
Okay.
Another Birds of Paradise. Dryad Arbor.
I'll play a Brainstorm.
Reanimate Rhea Dawnbringer. Yeah. Why didn't Magic stay exactly the same? So stressed.
Sit back. Fetch. Go to 18.
Go for it.
Well, this game, Arjun's making the land drops. That could help. Atraxa's in the yard. Steven has cards in hand. Will Atraxa make it?
We dead?
I'll play Animate.
Animate dead. Targeting the Atraxa. Very macabre.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wow.
Your turn.
Well, Animate Dead failed. Traxa is in exile. Steven, kind of funny there, said, "Am I dead?" Knowing he had the fairy. That's actually kind of evil. Am I dead?
No.
Just kidding. I have fairy. Get that Atraxa the hell out of here. All right. Boseiju is the land for turn. Green Sun X is 2. Is it going to be the raccoon, everybody? Is it going to be the Scythe Cat Cub? Is it going to be Frenzied Baloth? Is it? Oh, yeah. Force of Will.
I'll go to 17.
All right. The Ponder obviously was supposed to be exiled. A little bit all over the place with the zones there. All right, Murktide. Uh-oh. Well, you got to be careful with this stuff, folks. Looks like the Murktide might get an extra point here. SW is Steven in the chat saying it would have been the Raccoon. So 8-8 Murktide is on the board. What can we do about that?
Looks like an exciting card.
Yeah, a little bit of suspense here.
Okay.
All right, it's the Cub.
Gilded Drake? Wow.
Gilded Drake.
I haven't seen this.
Where the hell did that come from?
Wow, okay, so you steal my guy. Yeah. That's sick.
Play land?
Yeah?
Put a counter on this guy?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be awesome. Wait. Dude, let's go.
What?
Oh.
The Cubs gonna count double the counters on the Murktide? Oh my goodness, a 15-15 Murktide.
Wait, should we do this or should we do this?
I think we do 6 and 6.
Okay.
Really don't matter.
Don't you dare put a 1 into 2.
Yeah. This is awesome.
Mike is excited.
Yeah? I'm gonna fetch.
Yeah.
Arjun's having fun. Folks, this is the best format. This is the best format. If you've been looking around with your binoculars, where can I find the best format? We found it.
Imagine gathering on.
It's not Pioneer. It's not Standard. It's not Modern. It's not CEDH. It's not Dual Commander. It's Legacy. Okay? Look at this board.
You must have been like, wow,
We found it.
glad this guy's making a big one.
Yeah, I was so happy.
I still have a surveil, sorry.
yeah, do it.
I'll keep it on top.
Sure.
So a 15-15 Murktide awaits. Here's a Ponder for Arjun. Some people are not sure what format we're watching right now.
Shuffle.
Sure, yeah.
I do have to request that you play a fetch land next.
Load up your social media account, whatever it may be, and just make a social media post right now. Legacy is the best format, and I learned it today on the 90s MTG live stream.
To take the beating.
Do my best.
We found it, everybody. After searching for many years, we're here.
Pass to you.
Alas, it is not a fetch land.
I'm obviously kidding. I feel like the best format is like your personal preference. I'm kidding around, everybody. Everybody relax.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Go to 11.
Yeah. Pick up a dice or something. I think I just forgot them
I have
today.
some more.
I appreciate you. It's really lazy of me to forget them today.
Yeah, of all days when you
Yeah,
needed
right?
the 12. Okay.
And
Well, Gilded Drake chump blocked. Steven plays a Nomads in Core. Just an unbelievable game. Steven gets it. GG's. And yeah, Gilded Drake almost accidentally got stolen. That would have been pretty bad. All right. GG's. GG's. Be careful with your Gilded Drakes, folks. Be careful with your Gilded Drakes. Wow.
I'll be on the play. Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Did you cut?
Yeah.
All right. Daniel on the left making their 90s MTG debut. With lands. Cloudpost on the right, that would be David.
I'll also keep. That's what I like to see.
We are just constantly seeing new faces at our local events here in New York City. The community continues to grow. It feels like every other stream I'm like, okay, here's a new person. At least it feels that way. That might not be the truth, but it feels like we just constantly have new people. And I don't know. It's going well.
After that, I will.
Mox Diamond discarding Thespian Stage. Thespian Stage is also the land drop, so we're pretty clear what we're up against now. If we're David, Urza's Tower, pass the turn.
That's a tower.
Just wait till you see what I can work for this matchup.
Play Dark Depths.
Dark Depths quickly arrives. Pretty good. Do I think more people come to our local events because of the stream? And are people afraid to defend their tokens as a result? The stream definitely like brings in people for sure, but we have had some new people that show up to our locals and have never heard of the channel. They have no idea what's going on. They've just built their first legacy deck and they're diving in. And we have had people make comments about like, well, I'm down to play on stream, but just so you know, Chris, I don't have tokens for my deck. That has happened quite a few times. There's the One Ring, everybody. Let's not go back to Middle Earth, right, everybody? No more Lord of the Rings, please.
I'm gonna make the Merit Lage.
Yeah.
All right, Merit Lage is getting made here. The One Ring will protect David for now. There's Merit Lage.
And I'll go to my turn.
Sounds like laughing in the background.
Play Urza Saga, trigger.
Yeah.
And I'll pass. One.
So there's a Merit Lage on the board. Urza Saga has arrived on the board. Does David have an answer to Merit Lage? We're on the edges of our seats. The entertainment level of this match so far is off the charts. Merit Lage threatening.
Lens cycle.
Okay.
Lorian revealed getting island cycled here.
I didn't know it.
Of the sets previewed for next year, are there any you are looking forward to, chat? YouTube comments? Sink into Stupor.
Two colors. Okay, yeah, so it's exactly 3, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, Merit Lage is gone. Its number says Legacy Cube has the Dark Depths Thespian Stage combo on MTGO. Very cool. Sidenorn is ready for Lorwyn. Do you think they'll have some elves, Sidenorno?
Cards in hand 7. Draw.
Yeah.
Dark Depths and Thespian Stage combo was assembled. Merit Lage was made. Sink is Stupor bounced it. Maybe the Sagas will do the trick here, is maybe what Daniel is wondering right now. So 2 bird encounters on the 1 ring. Sinorna says Lorwyn is the only set I care about. Okay.
I will draw 3.
Okay.
Draw 3.
It's another tower.
That is another Urza's Tower. David has a lot of mana right now. Yeah, Planar Nexus filters to make colored mana, in case anybody missed that. Planar Nexus, a really neat card from MH3 Commander that sees a lot of legacy play at this point. A lot of discussion these days about, you know, I don't want to like start the whole conversation all over again, but a lot of conversation these days about the effects of Universes Beyond, Modern Horizons, supplemental sets, and whatever on Eternal formats like Legacy. Don't you dare take away my Planar Nexus.
And resolve.
I haven't even played the card yet. All right, Construct, created by Urza's Saga.
I minus Karn.
Okay.
Karn's getting minus now. Mox Diamonds are now shut off as well. That's why we did that at that time. Disruptor Flute.
Nice.
I'll name Urza Saga.
Okay.
I'll discard.
Sure.
Discarding a Cloudpost to hand size, that probably means David's doing pretty well.
Okay.
And in Urza's Tower as well. Sinorna says, Secrets of Strixhaven better have the other 5 color combos. Oh, yeah. What was the deal with Strixhaven? It was like enemy colors only or something?
Okay.
For like the houses of the school or whatever? I kind of forgot.
I make it like.
Okay.
I will exile your
Thespian stage.
Thespian stage.
Okay, Surgical on Thespian stage. Going right after it. That's going to be the scoop. We're going to game 2. All right, great game there for David. Now Daniel will be on the play.
I love Firenze.
Yeah, I live like I would say 1 hour from Florence.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm a big Dante fan.
that's all.
L'Inferno.
El Purgatorio.
I've been meaning to reread it. I read it like 8 years ago.
Yeah, I guess there's a surgical main deck.
I'm not reading at all.
But in English, you know. Not in it.
You know what? That didn't even register when it happened, but yeah, surgical's in the main, I guess.
Alright,
Good luck.
I'll be on the play.
Yeah.
Pink is David in the chat, confirming. It is in the main. I like it. Sometimes you just gotta tailor your deck for the local meta too, you know?
I keep it.
Sounds good. I'll play Once Upon a Time.
Yes.
Once upon a time, David says, I'm not going to show up at EW in the Reanimator world without an answer. There you have it, everybody. Once upon a time, happening here on turn 1 for Daniel. Great start to the game. USA Wolf, thank you for the Silver Prime. 2 months. Sinorna says there were schools and color pairs that were supposed to be new ways to think of those color combos. And Green Blue's thing was +1 counters like it has been in every Ravnica set. Was that the Green Blue theme in Strixhaven? I can't remember. I thought it was like copying or something, wasn't it? What was the blue-green mechanic? Fractals or yeah. I don't know.
Play Mox Diamond.
Yeah.
I'll discard, yeah.
I thought it was like cloning or something. Or am I misremembering? Anyway, Mox Diamond discarding Yavimaya.
That's being stage.
Okay, yeah, Fractals do have +1/+1 counters. Malevolent Rumble. I thought Strixhaven was really cool, though. I'm looking forward to going back, seeing what they do with it, for sure. What other planes should we go back to, chat? Does anybody have any suggestions? Like pretend your suggestion goes straight to the inbox of who needs to hear it. What planes are we going back to? If it's up to you. Like, ASAP. Yeah, Strixhaven did have the first, like, cool bonus sheet. Very true. Very true.
Take Disruptor. Take Disruptor.
Yep.
All right, Disruptor Flute is taken with Malevolent Rumble.
And I will pass it to you.
Basic Island, pass the turn. Ravnica. Oh man, no. I feel sad even to say this, but I think I'm over it with Ravnica. I don't want to go back for a while. New Phyrexia. I don't even know what even happened to Phyrexia in the end. I just have no idea. We just went to Tarkir like last month. Hype train just started out of nowhere. All right, we're in a hype train.
Gain 1.
Sure.
Glimmer Post, gain a life, go above 20. That actually could matter quite a bit.
Trainer.
Thundertrap Trainer.
Trainer resolves.
Once upon a time, what the hell am I saying? The One Ring. The One Ring. Anarchy Inducer says Phyrexian Goo got shut off. That's a big update. That's a big update coming in.
I'll make the Lage against it.
All right, Marilage has been made. David's Glimmer Post might have saved his butt here, but still needs to deal with Marit Lage eventually. Daniel, strangely, with no permanents on the board besides a Mox Diamond and a Marit Lage. If David has another Sink into Stupor, it could be big trouble for Daniel.
I'll do it.
Potentially.
20 in the air.
All right, David drops to 1. We know about the One Ring in hand, too. Wasteland. Oh, that could be pretty good.
After that, I will pass the turn.
Phyrexia got phased out. Oh yeah, it like swapped with oh, what was it called? Zalfir? I did see that somewhere. See, I know the lore. All right, moving on to game 3. Had some fast games. Salty says, I think Bolas is going to come back at the end of next year. 2 cards on the bottom for David. I like Nicol Bolas, personally. I was cheering for him. He was wiping out planeswalkers, taking over planes. Go get him. Go get him, Bolas. I hope you win.
Pretty good.
I'm on his side. All right, Chalice on 1, Chalice on 0.
Chalice on 1 is good.
People were like, oh yeah, Dak Faden died off screen somewhere. I was like, good. Wiped him out. Kill all the planeswalkers, Bolas.
Maya, and
Glimmer Post, gain a life. Why do I like Bolas Elaborate? I don't know. I'm just messing around. I do like the character, though.
play Once Upon a Time.
Here's Once Upon a Time. Honestly, Edge of Eternities was awesome. That set was just so cool, in my opinion.
Take out mine.
Sardana wants to go back to Alara. Alara, I think Sinorna, you're the only one. I think I think it's just you. I think you're by yourself.
Play Urza's Saga.
Yeah.
All right, here's Urza's Saga. Chalice on 1, Chalice on 0. If you're Daniel, in your deck, the Mox Diamonds, the crop rotations, the expirations. Kind of need those. This could be a problem. Malevolent Rumble, though, gets through.
I'll take Wasteland.
Wasteland's not too bad. Salty says Innistrad or Amonkhet would be cool. We just went to Amonkhet earlier this year.
Already played a land for turn, and I will say
By the way, it's all good when vehicles show up in Magic the Gathering. Four-wheel vehicles running around Kamigawa and Kaladesh or what's the new name again? Sorry. Whatever, running around. But we don't want them racing each other.
what is that? Liquid Metal Carbon? Okay.
Sanona says, Chris, I can name 3 creatures I know you like from Alara. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Knight of the Reliquary and who else? Noble Hierarch? Yeah, for a couple of months, all we did in Legacy was do start your engines and measuring speed. Bloodbraid Elf, what? That card's cool. So Saga's ticked up to 2. Karn's on the other side of the battlefield now, though, and it found Liquid Metal Coating.
Play Disruptor Flip. Resolves. Naming Karn, a great creator. After that,
Well, the flute shuts off Karn for now.
blow up your Ancient Tomb.
Cut David on some mana by blowing up Ancient Tomb. Not bad. So the Liquid Metal Coating still does something, but it's not going to be as ridiculous with Karn now.
That's fine.
Thundertrap Trainer. Find Stock Up. Great card from Aether Drift, by the way.
Go ahead.
Aether Drift made its impact on Legacy for sure with Stock Up. What other Aether Drift card sees a lot of Legacy play? There's another one, isn't there?
I'm going to make a colorless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to search.
All right, float a colorless, search, Mythic Uncommon, yeah. Somehow I ended up with 0 copies of Stock Up, despite opening a bunch of pity packs of Aether Drift.
Oh, you're just casting in response to it. I see.
Very suspicious.
Just name the one ring.
All right, Needle on the One Ring, not too bad.
I have one colorless one still.
Got to abbreviate a bit on our overlay. Flute is on Karn. Needle on the One Ring.
Colorless, and I'm gonna tap this for green.
Yeah.
I could have tapped this for green. I'm gonna play Light from the Loam, targeting Saga and Wasteland.
That's not too bad. Sign owner asking, do I like Shardless Agent? I do. I do like that card.
I'm gonna blow up the post.
Yeah, David went for Thundertrap Trainer over the Liquid Metal Coating. Denying a mana might have been good. Maybe worried about Needle on Coating. Because there is a Saga was going to pop either way.
Yep, I'll take one of them. 19.
Trainer attacks.
Untap, upkeep.
David found a land drop, but we might be out of non-basic lands for the foreseeable future if this Loam Wasteland continues. Thespian Stage because it got dumped into the yard as well, so that's available.
I'm gonna crack this for colorless.
Yeah.
The Loam Lock might be more than David can handle. Gonna need some help. Obviously, Basic Island is safe.
I'm gonna blow up the post.
Am I a fan of Baleful Strix? Definitely. Listen, Plane Chase 2012 changed my life. I actually bought the Plane Chase 2012 decks and played them a bunch with family when that was brand new, when I was just getting back into Magic. It's pretty fun.
Wasteland.
Baleful Strix is from Alara. Makes sense.
Put Urza Saga trigger.
So, important that I point this out. Frere Macabre was pretty good. Maybe not all hope lost for David at this point.
I'm gonna play Loam again, target nothing.
Another Loam. Or Loam happening, but nothing to target. Yeah, there was a modern event that had Plane Chase in it, and I don't really understand what was going on there. But you know what, though? When they have big cons like that, I kind of like the idea, generally speaking. Like, I didn't play in the event. Like, maybe it sucked. I just have no idea. But I like the idea of, like, one-time formats that you can't prepare for months for, you know?
I'll say go.
And make it competitive. I kind of like that, actually.
Make a construct.
I like them experimenting a bit with a format for an event. You know, all the format experts and deck experts, like, their skills don't come into play. I like that.
Trigger here. And I'm gonna make another construct.
Daniel making another construct.
Oops, that's my sound.
Just for example, if, like, the next con they had, I'm just making this up off the top, it's like thought of it. They had all Innistrad sets format constructed. And there you go. Like, that's the event. So it's got Shadows over Innistrad. It's got, you know, Crimson Vow, Eldritch Moon, Original Innistrad, Avacyn Restored, right? Dark Ascension. Let's just say. And maybe the format sucks, but I think that would be cool.
You can pull them.
That's right.
Innistrad Big Block constructed. You know what? That might be the name.
Yep.
Oh, I can't equip because of Karn. Yeah. Okay. Karn's at 3.
Yep.
This is
And put a big prize pool on it. I like that.
I will pass.
So Daniel has two constructs, sorry. And Lava Spur Boots, 2 Thespian Stage on the board. Urza Saga's back in the yard. David does have that Karn shut off. Chalice on 1, Chalice on 0, but yeah, Mystery Booster 2, another cool. The Mystery Boosters I've never drafted, but I think they're awesome. Like, they should do that every year. That is amazing. And Mystery Booster 2 had such cool stuff in it. Everything from the alchemy cards to the weird reprints from Magic's earliest days that everybody forgot about. You know, cards from obscure stuff. Like, that was amazing, I thought. And then, like, the super rare, like, Vanguard art cards and whatever. Mystery Booster is excellent.
You're 18.
So the loaming continues. Yeah, the weird white border cards. There was so much in there. The Future Sight frames. Mystery Booster 2 was so cool. Like 2 thumbs up for me for that set. All right, Life in the Loam. The dredge mechanic, everybody.
I'm gonna play Saga as my land drop.
Yeah, Chalice on 0 is not super effective against lands. Like, it doesn't do a lot.
I'm gonna go to combat. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna attack you for 10.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they do with Mystery Booster 3, honestly. And there were cards that like became legal in Mystery Booster 2, obscure cards that nobody will ever use in Legacy, but a good product, my opinion. That was the handshake. The game goes to Daniel on lands. GG's. GG's. Could make sense to Chalice on 0 if you're worried about the turbo start from lands. That's true. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20 with that kind of stuff. Maybe based on your hand, it seemed like the right play. Didn't work out. That's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. All right, stick around, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We're sending you over for a raid. Say hello, jam a bunch of emotes on the way in. And I will see everybody soon. Make sure you're in the Discord. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. All that fun stuff. Peace out.